Hi. So I was gonna get on here to talk about how I've been feeling happier, like over the past 2 weeks. But then, like, I got on my laptop and the brightness wouldn't adjust. And I didn't feel like restarting the whole thing, so now I'm a little infuriated and I don't feel like talking about how I'm happy anymore. I'm so annoying. But the reality of it is that I have been happier. I have not felt depressed in about 2 weeks, which is a big deal for me. It kind of dawns on me maybe like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, that I've been genuinely not sad. Which is cool. So then I kind of racked my brain trying to figure out, like, why is that? Why now? What did I do? And several things are possible, and there may be multiple answers. The first is that I'm the most financially stable that I have been since I moved, so in the last 6 months, and I'm not like rolling in riches or anything. I simply have more in my checking and savings account than I have had in the last 6 months. Because of that, I've been a lot less stressed about finances, and that is a very big deal. That will change your life and your mindset drastically. Like, money doesn't buy happiness? Yeah, it does. Money buys security, and security buys happiness. Security buys peace of mind. And peace of mind brings happiness. So there's one major thing. The second is that I started to become interested in things again. And I say that in that way because a little side note here, but I finally signed up for therapy. I have my first appointment next Tuesday. So I'm excited. And I hope it goes well. I'm so scared that I'm gonna get so excited and then it's gonna go so badly. But I sincerely hope it doesn't. One of the things that really worried me about getting therapy up here is that there are pretty big cultural differences between here and where I grew up, and I was just a little nervous about crossing that kind of a language barrier with a therapist. But I got kind of chosen to be with this therapist who lives in San Antonio, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I am a wee bit excited. Yeah, so when I was answering the questionnaire, so it was like through my work just did this thing that was like I don't know, it's this program. But basically, I get 16 sessions of therapy for free. It's completely covered. And I was like, oh shit, like I have absolutely no excuse. Like damn it, I need to do this. So I tried signing up and I answered a bunch of these questions. And a lot of them were like, oh shit, if I'd answered these at like literally any point between now and the last 6 months, like my answers would have been worse. And so it was like, you know, things like, have you been disinterested in things? Are you having trouble focusing? Are you having trouble sleeping? And I was like, yes, yes, yes. Are you having stresses financially? Yes. Have you moved recently? Yes. Have you gotten a new job recently? Yes. And yeah. So after I finished the questionnaire, I signed up to meet with they called it a mental health coach or something like that. And I like set up the appointment and I wrote it in my planner and I was so super excited. And about 30 seconds after I wrote it in my planner, I got this email that was like, your appointment's been canceled. I was like, why? And then I got this follow-up email that was like, after reviewing your questionnaire, it would appear that mental health coaching is not for you. We suggest that you need therapy. And I was like, well, I mean, I could have told you that. Like, you just started me on this journey of answering questions for a mental health coach. But, all right, I guess I'm glad you did notice that. Yeah, so then, pulse. Pulling the cord. Yeah, so that was a little devastating. And then I had to go through and, anyway, I found an actual therapist. And we'll see what happens. But anyway, as I was answering those questions, I was kind of thinking like, oh fuck, I've been disinterested in everything for so long. Like for a while I couldn't even enjoy music. Not really. I couldn't zone in on any movies or shows. I just kept zoning out. Like staring at the ceiling or staring at the couch. I couldn't focus on any books. And you know, that whole time I was a little mad at myself, like angry that I wasn't making my situation any better by just being glued to my phone. But when I say I truly couldn't focus on anything else, like, ooh, excuse me. I don't know how else to say that. Even active things like cooking, I'd zone out. I'd suddenly not want to do it anymore. It is insane how physical depression is. How you can actually feel a pain in your chest. Or like a lack of, I don't know. You just feel numb and like an actual physical pain. Like you don't feel warm. You just feel like gray. It's very strange. Because of it, it's so difficult to do anything. And nothing was bringing me joy, and I could not get myself out of it. And for some reason, over the last 2 weeks, that's kind of changed. And so, like I said, there was the financial bit. That has helped immensely. I mentioned my car engine light turning on a while ago, and then my engine was overheating for a bit. I mentioned that as well. So last week I took it to a repair place to actually get it fixed. And that whole activity meant that I had to call people. Meant that I had to like make little reservation type things. When I got there, I had somebody talking to me and also saying my name. After I left, I had somebody calling me, actually twice, to let me know that my car was not going to be ready like that day that we discussed, and instead it was going to be ready the next morning. Because of this, I had to take 3 separate Ubers. One to get back to work from when I dropped off my car, so this is one human encounter. And another to get from my home to my work, since I didn't have my car. That was another human encounter. And another to get from my work back to my car, which was another human encounter. Like, wait a minute, Elise, you're missing a trip. How did you get home from work the first day? Well, a boy picked me up. I've also been dating somebody. This started, okay, today's Thursday. It didn't start last Sunday. It started the Sunday before. And, so, like, that was, you know, that one Sunday. I dropped my car off the following Tuesday. So I'd only known this person for 2 days, and I was telling him about how, my car was supposed to be ready that day. Now it wasn't going to be. And his next question was literally like, when do you need me to pick you up? And I was like, holy shit, that's so nice. Like, what? And so anyway, he picked me up from work and gave me a ride home. And that was really cool. Like, really cool of him. Since then, I've been kind of texting him nonstop. So that's just more human interaction. I've hung out with him a couple of times here and there. He's a decent fellow. I played musical bingo for the first time ever. Like, little things in just like ways that I'm becoming a human again. And like, totally, I'm completely being taken out of the very lonely routine that I was in before. All of the days looked exactly the same before, and suddenly over the last 2 weeks they were very different. So there's that. I haven't been feeling as stressed out at my work, and I don't know if that's because overall my anxiety has gone down and I feel more confident about myself at work. I don't know. So, like, what people kind of don't understand is that, like, anxiety is a 24-hour battle. It really is, and it doesn't go away when you go to work. And it's just, like, I'm constantly fighting my own fucking brain anytime I'm trying to do anything at all. Whether it's sending an email, or asking a question, or moving a pen. It is anything. It is everything. It is awful. And I'm constantly having to work on myself always, all the time at work. And it's exhausting. But at my work, we've hired a couple of new people, and for some reason I'm very comfortable with training people. I don't know why. I just like, I don't know what it is about me, but I have no problem telling other people what to do. I have no problem showing other people what to do. It's like I take the form of like a host who is also funny and is there to make everybody feel welcome, and I enjoy that. Is there something not focusing? Is that just me? It's driving me insane. Anyway, yeah, so because I'm being forced to talk to somebody, I have more social interaction. In the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of social interaction. And before that, I flew home and I had a bit of social interaction with my friends, with my family. And then, you know, I got the stark opposite when I came home and got COVID. I was literally just in my home for like 10 days straight. And like, I literally counted, I did not work for 12 days of January because I was either like on vacation or sick. 10 out of 10 recommends if you can do it. But anyway, not COVID, just like not going to work for 12 days of the month. If you can. I hope you can. I hope it's possible. Did I really get the same fucking place? God damn. Ninth place again. I don't really like the number 9. Anyway, what was I saying? 69 though goes hard. Okay, so engine and Ubers and coworkers and money. I've been reading more. I think I'm gonna finish my book pretty soon. And I'm able to focus on it, which was something that I couldn't do before. I've been listening to like other kinds of people on podcasts. So like the other day I listened to this one with Jack Shepard where he talks to a former CEO of Google, and they talk about like artificial intelligence and like where we are in that aspect as a society and where we probably will go with that, and it's kind of terrifying and kind of fascinating. It was a really, really cool thing to listen to. You should totally listen to it. I don't remember the name of the CEO, but it's in the description of his episodes, and it didn't come out that long ago. It was fascinating. That guy also has a book called Artificial Intelligence something something that he wrote in conjunction with Henry Kissinger, I think. Is that his name? I don't remember. Anyway, I got that audiobook and have been listening to that. It's nice to listen to. It's also cool because he talks about AlphaZero a lot, which I know a little bit about because of chess. Like, it's a chess, I don't know if it's a chess AI or just a chess computer, and it just plays, and it's fascinating. There's AlphaZero, and then there's another one. I don't remember which one came before the other. Speaking of chess, I've been playing Real People, and it's crazy. Which is more human interaction, kind of. I won one game with the Danish Gambit, and then I lost another game with the Danish Gambit. And the game that I lost, I was so angry about losing because the guy wasn't necessarily that good at playing. He just kept trying to set up a battery where a battery couldn't be set up, and it was really frustrating me. But then it got to a point where I couldn't move anything, and everything was just very congested, and he planted his queen in this area, and I couldn't get the fucking queen out of that area, and then he won, and I was really frustrated. I lost another game with the Danish Gambit against the guy that I'm dating, and that one I was angry at myself for because everything fell apart so fast and I didn't know why. I was genuinely, truly frustrated. Like, I'm not mad about losing. I'm mad about losing badly. I'm mad if I fucked up somewhere and that's why everything went to shit. And I'm especially mad if I don't know when that happened. And so, I was mad. But then I put the entire game in, like, I don't know what it's called, where it, like, tells you, you know, why can't I think of words? You know, it's not a simulation. What is it called? Where, like, you put in a move and then it's like, okay, black can do this or this or that, and right now, the odds are about even, and then you make another move, and then it's like, okay, that was a blunder, and now white's probably gonna win. I don't know what it's called. I did that, and I know exactly where I went wrong now, and why I went wrong there, and now I know never to do that again. But the point is that I'm learning, specifically with the Danish Gambit, for white. And then for black, I normally play like the Caro-Kann or King's Indian. The point is, I'm actually, like, trying to be focused on it. And it's making a world of a difference. And I'm still watching a bunch of shows and movies and things, but not as much, which is a good thing. I've been playing the Wordle. That's been giving me a spark of joy every morning. I want to go to Barnes & Noble and get, like, a puzzle or something, like a thinking game for solitary people. But it's supposed to snow this weekend, so balls. I had, like, not a ton of plans, but some plans this weekend that, like, I was going to go try a new coffee shop either in Brookline or in this other town, and anyway, I was going to go to Savers to, like, donate some stuff. Not anymore. It's supposed to snow like 2 feet this weekend, so not a fan. You can straight miss me with that. So I'm just gonna stay home and organize my closet. And I'm not afraid of like just being home alone anymore. Like I genuinely love my apartment now. So I kind of can't wait. But yeah, I worked out 2 days ago. I went to the gym in my apartment and I rode on the bike, and it was very awkward because I didn't know how to start it, and I looked like a buffoon trying to get it to open, and somebody else was in there, and I was like, Elise, you're not chickening out, like just stay, just stay and just do the damn thing. And then I did it. I rode the bike for 20 minutes because holy shit, that got so exhausting so fast. And it was also kind of uncomfortable, but anyway. When I got back in my apartment, I did some more workouts, like for my abs and for my legs and, you know, just overall fitness. And now I'm a little sore, and that's a good thing. I haven't felt this way in so long. I stretched and did a little yoga at the end of the night, and that felt really good. I've been stretching a little bit more lately, like just for like, I don't stretch that long because it makes me sleepy. So I'll just stretch for like maybe 10 minutes. And it's whatever I want to do. I took a yoga class like while I was in community college. So I know a decent amount, like I kind of know what I'm doing. So I just kind of roll with it, and like whatever I feel like doing, that's what I do, and that's it. I don't really go with any classes because I get dizzy like looking up at the screen and then trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. You know, I feel part of it was like in forgiving myself, like really recognizing that, I don't know, it's like this whole time I've known that I was going to be sad, and like, but I was trying to get myself out of it and then getting frustrated with myself for not being out of it. And that's what wasn't okay. Like, I was angry at myself for feeling lonely, and I was angry at myself for being so anxious, and it's like, I have every reason to be as anxious as I am. You know, like, making myself go out is probably not the best idea. Despite how much I don't want to be locked in my apartment, like, at the end of the day, I am cripplingly anxious. And I am that way because a lot's happened, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely, and why am I trying to make myself, like, be normal, given the circumstances? I don't know if that made any sense. I also thought about something else and I forgot. I think I'm about to get 9th place again, which is insane. Or 11th place. 10th place. At least it wasn't 9th again. Ah, damn it. I did have something else I wanted to talk about. No, I don't remember. I think I was just stuck in a routine. And you know, of course, like, oh, that was it. I think also I am just getting used to the fact that I've moved. It's been 6 months. Like, at the end of the day, it just takes time. You know, like, as much as that sucks, it takes time to get used to a big change. Because that's how humans work. And we're also social people. Like, we can't just be alone. It's not healthy. Like, as much as I would love to be, like, a solitary octopus deep in the ocean, like, having fun and keeping myself occupied with my big brain, I cannot. Because I am not an octopus. I'm a fucking primate. But yeah, I have, I'm not afraid of the hours in the day anymore. Wow, the guy who killed me off got 2nd place. So he didn't win either. I'm sorry, dude. His name's Become 2010. How? Why? Yeah, I think that when something big happens, of course you're gonna get sad. And then you get into this routine. I think you eventually kind of become conditioned to feel the way you feel when you're in that same routine, and vice versa. You feel conditioned to do that routine when you feel the way you feel, and it's this vicious cycle that you can't really break. And I mean, and I'm saying this like months after the fact. Like eventually they just kind of become coupled together, and it's very difficult to break. My routines, all I can say is that, like, as of now, my routine over the past 2 weeks has been very different from my routine like in December, November. Also, my January was just whack. For the first half of the month, I was fucking home. All of it was weird. And the week before that, I was in Texas. And so a lot has happened in the last, like, 5 weeks. But all I can say now is that, like, I don't know, maybe it was a good jolt. And now I'm having a different kind of a routine. I have different foods in my fridge. I have different drinks in my fridge. I went to fucking Wendy's last week. I never do that. I don't know. Just like these little things. It's almost like I'm a big chaos person. Chaos theory person. And I don't know, I got this idea in my head that, like, what if you just change one little thing? Like, will that not change everything in the day or in the week? And like, if you keep doing the same thing, like, it's not, every day's not going to be exactly the same, even if you do exactly the same things. Like, that's also in chaos theory. Something about, like, the initial conditions. I don't remember exactly the definition, but yeah. It'll still yield a different result, but you're probably still going to get mostly the same thing. But if you change up one little thing, and it doesn't have to be the opposite of something, just like something fucking random, like going to a fast food chain you never go to. Or like, for once, getting a fucking lotion, even though you never do that. Getting a new pair of glasses. I did that a couple weeks ago too, so those are in the mail, being sent. Listening to a podcast that you've never listened to, like, just fucking random. A movie you've never seen, a show you've never seen, a YouTube channel you've never seen, a game you've never played. What else? Maybe some new pillow covers. I don't know, something fucking out there that's just, like, weird and random. Order Chinese. I did that like 3 weeks ago. I never do that. Literally anything. Literally anything. And just see where chaos takes you. All I can say is that, like, my routine's pretty different. And I feel a lot happier. I haven't felt disinterested, and I still have trouble sleeping, but I don't feel so lost. At least right now. Maybe that'll change in 2 more weeks, and that'll be really painful. And that'll really suck, but you know, maybe it'll be good that I'm documenting this shit. Maybe if I end up liking this therapist, I'll just send her these videos and be like, here's the last 6 months. Do with it what you will. Make some graphs, please. Ooh, I kind of want to do that. Quantify my happiness? Maybe I could, because I started this before I moved. And there have been other videos that I've made that I didn't post, either because I felt they were dumb, or because I was being way too open and honest, or because I said something stupid, or because something didn't look right, or because it was too long of a video. Literally anything. I could actually graph this shit. Holy shit. I'd have to figure out a way to do that. To really quantify it. It would have to have a few data points. Or data, I talk like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know. A few variables. Ooh, that's fascinating. What was I wearing? What day of the week was it? Was I eating? Was I drinking? Had I been drinking? I haven't been drinking as much. That's another one. But I think that's because I've been happier. I drink when I'm sad and lonely because I don't know how to get through it being sober. And because it does kind of help me sleep, it's not healthy. But I haven't been. And I think that's maybe because I haven't felt like I needed to. Anyway, now I just feel like I'm rambling. But the last thing I will say is this. The less you hear from me, the better I am, probably. Like when I write in my journals, if I'm writing multiple days a week, multiple times in a single day, that means I'm probably very fucking sad. And when I don't write, it means I'm happy. Which I need to change. I want to write when I'm happy. Because when I'm sad, I just write about my sadness, and that's dumb and narcissistic. Narcissistic. These nuts. This is my brain on dopamine. Okay, bye.